What's going on, guys? It's Two Legit Trades back with another video. On this last video that I did, I talked about support and resistance, key levels, how to identify them, and what to do. In this video, what I'm going to be diving into is um, EMAs, exponential moving averages, and how do I use them along with other things to get into a trade. So this is part two to support and resistance, part two to my strategy. Okay, so how do I use exponential moving averages? All right, so from the last video, you can see I still have my levels right here. I have all my levels, my support and resistance. All right, so what I'm gonna do is show you how to use exponential moving averages and how do I use them to day trade, right? So let me go to studies and then I'm gonna go to edit studies. All right, so the first one that I'm gonna put in here is the 9 exponential moving average. Expo, yeah, exponential. I think that's how you say it, exponential. That's how I say it, exponential. I don't know. Well, this is raw footage, and I'm gonna just give you guys how it is, right? And if I'm saying it wrong, I'm not saying it wrong. However, all right. So look, let's get into it right now. So we're looking at the daily chart, all right, and you can see this blue line, right? This blue line is going across all these candlesticks. All right. So I'm looking at right now at the 9 EMA, right? So how this helps me is that whenever the candlesticks are above the 9 EMA, then that's an indication or that's a sign that we are in a bullish sentiment. Okay. Now, whenever the candlesticks are below the 9 EMA, then that's a sign that we are in a bearish sentiment to start shorting the market, right? That's one sign. And as you can see, like if we zoom in this area right here, the candlestick closed above the 9 EMA and it held the 9 EMA this whole time right here, as you can see on my mouse. It held it the whole time, and so that's a very bullish sign. And then over here on this side, we saw that as soon as it went below it, it started to go down, right? The price of SPY started to go down. And if we come in to the hourly chart, same thing. Exact same thing, guys. Look, let's zoom in right here. All right, it went below the 9 EMA and it stood below it this whole time. Over here on this day, it went above the 9 EMA and it stood above it. Right? So the 9 EMA is like a guidance. That's what it is to me. It guides me on when I'm actually trading. And if we come down to the 5-minute chart, same thing, exact same thing. On this day right here, within 5 minutes, it held the 9 EMA this whole time. So there's really no indication for you to get out of the trade as long as it's below the 9 EMA, right? And so yeah, it stood below the 9 EMA basically the whole entire day, which was on this date, which was March 28th, 2025. SPY stood below the 9 EMA the whole day and just did a sell off. But this was a great guidance. And then another exponential moving average that I use is the 20 EMA. So we're going to take it step by step here. The 20, same thing. So I added this white line right here, which is the 20 EMA, right? So that's another sign, another indication for me to stay in that position or to get in that position or to get out of a position. As long as it's below the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, then that's a strong confirmation that the stock is gonna go down, right? So that's a guidance. So say for example, I got in around this area right here, and I held it the whole time because there was no indication for me to get out. But say, for example, say I'm gonna get out when it breaks above the 20. It never broke above the 20. It kind of broke above it, but it never actually closed above the 20. It stood below the 20 and the 9 all day. And so that acts as another guidance, right? And then the last one that I use is the 50 EMA. So I'm adding the 50, and it's the thin blue line, right? So this bluish line right here, that line is the 50 EMA. And I use all of these together. So the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA. And as long as the candlestick is below that, then that's a sign for me to stay in my position. But as soon as I see a breakthrough and it goes above like the 50 EMA, it had to go through the 9 EMA, it had to go through the 20 EMA, it had to go through the 50 EMA. So then that gives me a sign that hey, you know what? We might start seeing a momentum shift. All right, because it was going down, but now it's going up because it's going above that 50 EMA, right? So you're just gonna do vice versa, the opposite. Say for example, longs, right? Say you want it's a very bullish market, and it's holding above the 9 EMA, it's holding above the 20, it's holding above the 50. Then there's no reason to get out of the trade. So let's see if we can find another day. For example, today, right? Today is April 1st. And we have a perfect example right here with all the EMAs. So we can see right here, right at 7:30 in the morning, the candlestick it touched the 9 EMA, and the following candlestick it continued to go above the 9 EMA. It broke through the 20 EMA. It broke through the 50 EMA, and the candlestick after that continued to go above the 50 EMA. Now that's a strong indication that the stock is going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to rise. And as you can see, I also had a left right here at 55789, right? So it broke through all my indicators, right? Which is the EMAs. They're known as indicators. The 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA, and it broke through my resistance level, and it continued to go up, and it held the 9 EMA. It held this EMA the whole time until like 9:25. It finally broke it, and then it kind of did this little consolidation, and then over here at around 10:50, it broke through all three, which was a strong sign that the stock is going to go down, continue down, right? So that's how I use the EMAs when it comes to placing my trades to executing, right? I use my EMAs, and I also use support and resistance. So those are two things that I use. They go hand in hand. You have to have all of those matching. So like a checklist, I have to have all those checked off, which is going to allow me, whether I decide to get in the trade or whether I'm going to get out of a trade. And if I don't see that, then that's going to keep me like, hey, you know what? I don't know if I should even trade right now, or I don't see my setup. I'm going to wait, right? So those are the exponential moving averages, right? I use the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA. I also use support and resistance, right? Key levels. All right. The last thing that I use is for something really, really simple. All right. So what I use is I look at the other major holdings, right? Such as Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon, right? This is still the SPY chart, but this is the 15 1 hour chart. But I like using like the 15-minute chart on this one, so I'm gonna change it to the 15-minute chart. Because then I'm looking at my 5-minute while I'm actively trading. The 15 minutes are good because it still gives me that extra confirmation. And then all the other ones I'm going to leave at 5 minutes. So as you can see right here, This is the 5 minute chart for each of them. And what I'm doing, what I'm looking for is if I can see that all these stocks are going in the same direction and they're above resistance, they're above, um, you know, above my EMAs, and they're all going in the same direction. I catch that momentum. That's what I do. I catch the momentums and I would ride it, right? Whether it's going up and then I'll get in a long position, a call position. Whether it's going down, I'll get in a short position, a put position, right? So I have to make sure these are all aligned, right? So for example, Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon. When all of these stocks are going in the same direction, that's going to give me more confirmation with SPY, or whatever instrument that I'm using, right? Whatever stock that I'm trading with, that's gonna give me extra confirmation. So to get in that position or to get out of that position. So those are all the things that I look for that give me the confirmation that help me with my strategy. I just don't use one thing. I use multiple factors that help me, that give me the confidence whether I should get in that position or get out of the position, right? So I use key levels such as support and resistance. I use indicators such as the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA, right? And then I use my other major stocks that hold majority of the position in SPY and NQ, right? Which are these stocks, the ones that I'm showing you. Based on all those factors, that will determine my trades and help me execute. And whether I win or lose, as long as I know that hey, I stood true to my strategy and I know that everything was aligned. So that's what gives me the confidence when I'm trading. Um, and yeah, guys, that's it for this video. It goes hand in hand. This is the full strategy that I use. Now, there's different types of trades that I take, but that's going to be for another video. Right now, this is just this is completes kind of the strategy and what goes behind my mind and the things that I'm looking for when I'm trading. I hope you guys got value from this video. Um, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube, like, comment. I appreciate all that. I have a link to my Discord. Check it out. You guys, it's an education platform. It's not just some signal group where I just throw out alerts. No, if you're a serious day trader, I will add value to you. I will break down my trades. I will go live, because I know that you're serious, so I'm gonna take you serious, right? So it's an educational platform. I have that. Go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, Two Legit Trades. If you guys want to just get more insight on my trading and what I'm doing. All right, guys. Much love. Take care. God bless you guys.